and welcome to our fifth and final round with Kiki Evo Chord. Yeah, cool. I get to Evo on 3. This hand's great. So we're just going to play our tapped land to lead. Okay. So that signals that I want to play Wall of Omens into Spell Snare here. I think I'm okay taking 3 because I have the Kiki in hand. I should have used the other one. I just wasn't thinking. I know it's actually fine. I'm going to go Sacred Foundry is what was going to happen, but I guess it doesn't matter a ton. Man. It's like I've played a lot of this format or something. This will fetch a green-red tapped anyways. Play the voice. I guess I lead on the voice. Yeah, well, I guess that changes my play. It's just the same logic. Just play the known tap land. This can still fetch an untapped mountain. I dig it. This went pretty well for us. Opponent's probably sitting on a spot removal spell like, yeah, I'm going to kill the... oh, no, I can't do that at all. Oh, you... really? Really? Yeah, that never turns out well for them. Question is, what do I Evo now? Oh, and they have Mana Leak in their deck? Oh my gosh, this is so bad for them. Guess they could Anger. Is that Pillar of Flame? Good. Lightning Bolt. That one I can beat. Do we even have the need to Evo anything? That's actually a really good question. Interesting. I think I want a Chord. Looks like a Chord for a bunch here. Main phase. Get... it's a Chord for 3 that can get Finks or Witness. I want to try something. Might be a little wild. Okay, that's fine. I thought that my opponent was in a prime spot for my Chord for 3 to just get Magus and KO them. So I just like jammed it to see what would happen. I can still cast Kiki post Magus too, so. Snap bolting a token? Sure. It's not really a real concern to me. Opponent's just like spewing off a bunch of resources to have like saved a mana on turn 2 or something. If I evo this to another voice, is that even good? If I evo it to a Snapcaster, I can make a 4-power, or even, no, why did I say Snapcaster? An ooze. I can make a 4-power creature. I can't because I'm short of green for that. I can evo it to a Spellskite, which is not exciting. Uh, I should just. I guess this dies to electrolyze either way. I should leave up and pretend I have like Cord or something too. I think trading's good. Like our voice just traded for a Snapcaster and a Lightning Bolt. I guess I should have played the fetch land in case I traded off, and then I can fetch a tapped red source and draw another red source and cast Kiki next turn if I want. I find that hard to believe I do want to do that. Whatever, Gurmag thing. I don't really care about that card. Yeah, this is kind of obnoxious. My opponent's representing Snap Leak or something like that. It's just discard. I don't actually think this Kiki is doing anything right now. I actually want it in my graveyard. They got back Snap. Okay. That's fine. This is not super fine. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to EOT Cord. So it gets Snap Leaked. Then I'm hoping to draw like a 3-drop, preferably Kitchen Finks, and I get to Finks into Lark. Then once Lark's on the battlefield, everything's kind of shut down. I probably win the game from there. Is going to 6 okay? I think going to 6 is fine. 6 versus 7 shouldn't change anything. Don't think the extra mana really changes anything either, but just one less card in my deck. Okay. So I can Birds. Evo. I get. Maybe I should have. I can get an ooze and make like a medium-sized ooze, but I'm not a huge fan of that here. I think I need to witness something back here. I don't think it's Chord. I think it's Wall of Omens or Voice. I think Wall's a little better here. Like I could chump, go to 4. I'm still 1 off of courting for Revel Arc, which is really how I get out of this, because Pia and Kieran or Resto is not going to do it. I can't just take. So I think it's Wall. I don't like my odds. I'm probably just getting from hand Mana Leech here. That is really, really bad for me. Okay. Well, I guess I could have gotten back. Nothing to really play around that. It's probably dying to insert random thing. That's good enough to lose the game. Maybe I shouldn't have traded for the Snapcaster Mage. That a lot of Kolaghan's command loop to happen. Don't really like EE against that deck. I don't like Negate. I don't really like any of these cards right now. Just like these two. I'm not even sure I like the Path against like the true Delvery deck. This card's good. This card's fine. I don't think you can afford to do this, because if the Grixis deck just has black-red, they actually play pretty well, like blue-red or something. Like, it's also like you can't get them to spend their bolt pretty easily. And I just hate spells against Kolaghan's command too. This is fine. I don't want this against Gurmag Anglers, do I? Nope. Yeah. I don't believe I want that card. I think I want to get red with this one. Yeah, with this one, because I have a path. So I want to get Stomping Ground, play Birds. Maybe I can't actually tell on this Magus of the Moon in or out thing. Maybe I'm just supposed to have it here so I can just like jam on my opponent on 2 here. Sure. If I get like trick minded, I'll go on full blown life tilt, Shadow of Doubt. Oh wow, I should have actually played around that. That's like a real card my opponent could have. Did not get Shadow of Doubt. I think I want another green source, and I need a white source that makes this Temple Garden. That makes that a go. Though I'm not in a terrible spot. Once I get a land, I get to start unloading. Whatever that is, I'm throwing this at it. I think that does change it so that if I draw a land, I just E-wit. If this is countered, I draw a land, I get to E-wit the path. And I think that's the best play then. That's fine. Nope. Ugh. Well, sadly not getting to do a lot this game. These fair matchups have felt... So this is the problem. So these toolbox decks, if you don't have everything like perfectly configured, the fair matchups feel really bad because your deck isn't fluid and it's not like doing enough, and you just like their deck's just like really efficient on every axis, and you just get like out efficiencyed, and like you just end up like drawing a brick card at some point. It just not everything falls apart. So I guess I don't think that's a fundamental flaw of what I'm doing. I think it's just more of a this is a pretty raw list, I think, and that's a like common issue. And we've just played against a bunch of those decks over and over. Okay. Land? Okay. I don't think I can afford to take the extra damage here. So I think I just want basic planes. I think I just have to E-wit the path. So I think one of the reasons this deck feels significantly less fluid is that cutting Wall of Roots is like a big cost to your mana development. Yeah, we don't need you. We need you so I can Evo off of you. But we don't need that doofus. Yeah, I'm glad I played these rounds. There's going to be a lot of good discussion in this wrap up here. There's a lot of good things going on here and a lot of not good things. That's just embarrassing, and I hate that card. Razor Verge think it's like one of my least favorite cards in the format. Just these decks always want to hit their 4th mana, and you just don't sometimes because of it. I think I have to jam a 3-drop. I don't know which one probably just a Finks. Like, I can't afford to be mana inefficient, and I can't afford to jam this into a counter up front. I think the play is to double block Tassiger next turn if it attacks. Okay, K command. Does that do anything really bad here? I don't think so. I think I just get to get Revelark. Kiki being in the deck has been a little awkward. The red cards are not great, though the Kiki combo is really good. Did not realize this was actually a land art. That is really nice. Is that BFC or... That's original Zendikar? I don't remember that art. Weird. To look that up. Let my opponent figure out what they want to do here. So they're targeting that and making me discard a card. I think the card I discard is a Finks. I guess I might be able to get a Tusk and just jam on my opponent. So this plays around Spell Pierce that my opponent played last game. Okay, moment of truth. What do we take? What do we take? Thrawn the last roll's probably not great. I think it's Thragtusk or Revelark. I think it's actually Tusk. I think I'm just going downhill at this point. I think, or Lark. Lark can go downhill too. Really close. I have that established in graveyard. I think it's Tusk. I don't have a reason to fire this path into a potential Spell Pierce. I don't think my opponents had a good chance to Spell Pierce me, and they probably still have it in their deck. I don't think they have a ton of Cryptic Commands usually, so it's fine. I'm fine not playing around that card. I think I'm okay with this trade because if they have another Tassiger, I'm fine with them expending resources for that. It punishes me if their hand is like bolt, counter cryptic or something like that. Their hand's like gotta be really grindy. It's like Snapcasters. Well, I do like the implication that that is not. That's telling me that I don't think they have a Snapcaster Mage. They would have left up an additional mana and had mana leak up. Yeah, let's just fire there. If they have a third Tassiger, they have a third Tassiger. Guess I could have taken a hit and seen if they had a third Tassiger. Yep, they do. Getting punished. Like, severely punished, because now... Well, if it's a Gurmag Angler, I'm actually okay. Okay, I can beat that. I could not beat a Tassiger. But I did make the wrong play. Yeah, well, I guess... Now wondering if any of my plays were good against this. Like, if they have the snap too. They probably just drew the snap based on their behavior of the turn with the Tassiger. They would have left, like I said, they would have left up Mana Leak. Though, yeah, they would have left up Mana Leak that turn if they could. That's fine. I'm going to take this hit. 5 is a safe life total. Would really like to draw Revelark. Okay, that's a start. Hopefully their last card is not that. Okay. Okay. I guess this could have attacked for 4. This should have attacked for 4. That was a... no, it shouldn't have. You deserve to get out of here. I can play the Archmage next turn. Ooh. I like it. I want to see if this resolves before I do anything. think I don't want to attack. I think that because I have the township, yeah, I just choose not to die. My opponent's hand is like very clearly just all air. Probably like mana leak and a land. I think I want to hold the land for Kolaghan's command. I have multiple basics in my deck left to fetch. Um, 5, 3, 2. I think I have to start going for it at some point, so I can't afford to hang back there. Okay. So I want to let Delver resolve so I can see what's going on here. And then I'm going to do this and reset my Archmage. I will unreset my Archmage. um, this interaction is just so good. So I guess this just jams to start. That Delver better block. Delver did not block. My opponent is dead. Okay, cool. So that worked out fine. I don't like EE. Is it Staticaster is actually okay because it kills Delver. I think there's like one too many chord in the deck right now. I guess if they're Delver, I do need Path to Exile. This card just seems bad here. It's just going to die to like a stupid removal. I guess it blocks Delver. That card's okay. Aside from that, it's pretty bad because it just dies to stupid chip shot removal. I want to cut a 4. I don't know which 4. It can't be a rest. I'm just so high on the curve against mana leak. Ugh. I'm just going to cut this. I don't think I need it. I don't need to go that big. I'd rather just have like one less thing that gets choked in my hand against mana leak. Yeah, Rurgthar's... I think Archmage is just better. I mean, if you splash, that is. I don't know what you're supposed to do if you don't. This hand looks delightful. I drew my Revel Arc. It's just so good. Don't be a Delver. Don't be a Delver. Let me think about this. I think saving... My opponent's clearly representing Lightning Bolt. I'm just not going to cast the birds this turn. And I'm going to save myself the 2 life on a later turn. Well, maybe they were not representing lightning bolts. I would like to get Sacred Foundry. And we're going to do something really embarrassing and cast this. Because our opponent is now representing... If our opponent bolts this here, I don't care. But if our opponent uses Spell Snare on Voice, I'm actually, like, kind of upset. Okay. Yeah, they just... So they kept a one lander. They thought Scour. I feel like they have to have Spell Snare, or they would have fired on their main phase to try and hit the land on their main phase. Okay. Well, if they interesting thought. If my opponent didn't do that, what actually would have happened is I would have played just passed with Resto up. I don't think there's a reason to not Kitchen Finks here. I think being inefficient is just like an easy way to die. I'm going to take this attack. I think not taking that attack is kind of crazy. We're pretty far ahead in the damage race, honestly. Our opponent's just clearing our Kitchen Finks. That's great. Please. Okay. So we've got a Birds in Graveyard. I think I just want to cast Voice. I don't see a reason to play Resto. I want to use this one. I'm going to get a green, blue, I think. I'm like oddly trying to raise my opponent this game. Okay. Sure. Let's get that green blue going. Interesting. That doesn't change anything, right? I think I'm just supposed to jam Lark here. I'll fetch a basic mountain. Yeah. So now the question is, if my opponent attacks with this, and I double block, and they blow a removal spell, they have 3 cards left, and I get back those 2. And then next turn I get to cast Selfless Spirit and Resto. I think with a Township that's enough. See, this is what the games have to look like against the fair decks. Your opponent just slogs through everything you do. Yeah, I don't think the rebuy on this gets significantly better in the near future. Okay, I have a new block. I think it's the same block, actually. So I could block here and here. That's a little... Oh, yeah, I like this a lot. I forgot how this worked. That's a nice one. And I guess I'm okay losing the Lark to Kolaghan's Command at end of combat. Like, it just, yeah, that's great. This card's actually pretty good here. I'm impressed. Just like thinking about what it's going to do. It's just going to like make an entire everything just unresolvable for my opponent. And also just be a creature that attacks. Interesting. What am I supposed to do here? What are my lands? Green, green. I have to get green? White? I think 6 is safe. Oh, 7, sorry. I forgot I'd already taken the damage. So I think I can't just leave up Chord. I think I have to cast this Selfless Spirit. Oh my gosh, please Mana Leak it. Just Mana Leak it, please. No, 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 that's okay. We didn't need that one. Nope, nope. Just didn't need it to resolve. Didn't want to pay. If my opponent has a bolt, they can bolt the Revel Arc, and that just can't end well for them anyways. And then, oh my gosh. You were so far ahead, and then everything just fell apart. And I'm even at 7, so you can't just mice me out with double bolt. And I have 9 power of flyers? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. This card's proved its worth. At least in this matchup. I bet there's other matchups where it like saves stuff. It doesn't save stuff from Twisted Image against Infect or really anything against Infect, so that's kind of an issue. Because it kind of protects Kataki against Affinity, but not better than Spellskite does. Just like having power compared to Spellskite, it's just such a huge upside against these fair decks. Like you just shot them down with just random garbage creatures. Just so often. Nah. Nah. I'm okay. I don't need to. Three, 4, 5. So I can chord for what can I chord for? I could just chord for another resto. Is that more likely to kill? That's definitely more likely to kill my opponent. I don't actually need a combo here. Okay, that's good enough for me then. It's good enough for them. That one's an actual legit win from there.